Welcome to the video. Happy New Year, guys. Thank you so much for coming back, or if you're new to my channel, my name is SHOW NEMOTO. Welcome to the channel. 2024, baby. So in this video, oh wait, before we dive in actually, I'd like to talk about a little bit about news in Japan. We had quite a huge earthquake in the beginning of 2024. And in this earthquake might be connected to what I'm going to be talking about in this video. But so first of all, I wanted to take time and ask you for joining this prayer for people in Ishikawa state, because it was a huge earthquake, and as far as I've seen, I've watched the videos and the live on the TV when I was with my parents yesterday. There are fires and tsunami as well, but I don't think tsunami actually destroyed the city. There were the films and the footage about tsunami coming into the shore, but it was powerful, but I don't think it was that powerful enough to destroy the city. So thank God. But there were a lot of houses collapsed. There was lots of like fucking, how do you call it? I don't know how to call it in English, but you know when the earthquake is so fucking strong, the ground actually literally just breaking into pieces. And yeah, hope that you get to see some news. You can Google it, the earthquake, the 1st January 24. I believe that a lot of videos and footage on YouTube. So I really wanted to, before we dive into this topic, that actually really help you a lot. And this is about the dragons, because this 2024 is the year of dragon in Chinese year. So, but before, please, I believe in prayers. Perhaps you might be a religious person that prays in every Sunday or every day. I don't know, but I'm not a religious person. But I believe in God, and I believe in the prayers. I believe in the energy. I believe in the spirit. I believe in dragon. So yeah, just 10 seconds is enough. Let's just pray for a bit. So close your eyes, and I hope you can join this. All of you guys that are watching this video. So yeah, just take time and pray for the people in Ishikawa. All right. Thank you so much for all of you guys who actually joined and who actually prayed for people in Japan, and also for Japanese people and for Japan to be safe and to be protected. So in this video, what I'm going to share is actually very, very interesting for a lot of people. Actually, the idea of dragon, the god of dragon, came from the Buddhism. And apparently in Japan, we used to believe that presence of dragon as a snake, the snake of dragon, a spirit of snake, the god of snake. But since the Buddhism came into Japan, and we kind of like developed that into also the presence of dragon. And since then, I think most of the Japanese people believe that the dragon, well, we have Dragon Ball. I think that's enough for all of us to believe that there's a dragon, there's a Shenlong out there trying to help us to manifest. But so why all the Dragon Balls, Goku and Frieza and Cell and everyone else is trying to collect the Dragon Ball? It's because Shenlong can help you to manifest. Shenlong can make your wish come true, right? That's why they're like so fucking into collecting Dragon Balls. They're not just a bunch of balls. They actually make your wish come true. So the dragon essentially represent the power of nature, the power itself, and the life force, and then also the manifestation. There are apparently, I'm not going to get into this, but there are apparently 6 different dragons, like the dragon of water, dragon of a gold dragon, blue dragon, green dragon, and red dragon, I believe. And the black dragon, yes. So apparently there's 6 different dragons, but I'm not going to get into that. So because I wanted to dive deep in and how you can actually implement. Because in this video, what I want to share with you is that how you can understand this 2024, which is going to be like fucking crazy. It's going to be a very, very important year for your growth and for your manifestation, to spiritual awakening and a spiritual growth. And especially if you have passion and purpose, or you've got goals to accomplish, or you genuinely want to fucking end this negative cycle and then want to transform yourself into this best version of yourself, right? This is for you. Perhaps if you don't have that ambitious, if you don't have the passion and purpose to chase, if you don't feel like ending the cycle and transforming your life, I don't think that you will enjoy much. But the first thing I want to share with you is that the signs that there's a dragon with you or around you. But there's certain things that you need to do in order to receive the blessing. So stay tuned to the end, okay? So first, there's actually multiple signs that you can pay attention to. But here's the thing, all right? Now I want to receive the dragon's blessing, and I want Shenlong for me to manifest my desires. And then you're like actively seeking, and you're like, oh, this must be sign. Oh, this must be sign too. Like, that doesn't work. Do not seek like you're a fucking moron. You know, all these movies teaches you the only villains are seeking like, because I wanna conquer this whole entire world, and I wanna fucking manipulate humanity, and all these villains are like so fucking caught up in a focus to manipulate all these blessings and the power. But I can guarantee, if you have a good heart and if you genuinely have a beautiful soul and wanted to improve yourself and wanted to manifest your desire and wanted to, take what you deserve, without actually thinking about all this like crazy thing, like seeking like a fucking moron, you will. Okay, so don't worry, but just don't seek every corner in your house, just like, where's the dragon? Where's the dragon? That's not how it works. So there's multiple signs that I said. So the first signs that you can pay attention to is the sign of number 8. So if you see, because number 8 is not that common, 111, 222, 333 perhaps is actually really easy to see. But when it comes to the 888, it's a little bit difficult, it's a little bit tricky version. And then 8 represents abundance. In numerology, 8 represents abundance, wealth, and manifestations and power, right? That's why 8, the August 8 is the lion's portal. So the gate opens up and then you manifest. First in the manifestation process, it's actually a really powerful number. And 888, or just number 8, if you start to see these numbers and signs, then you will actually feel the presence of the dragon is near you. And it was so funny because, I sent some message to my brother from another mother, and one of the really good friend of mine. And I was like, there's a dragon dish next year, so pay attention to number 8. And he replied to the voice message, and then he sent me a photo that literally he opened the window and then he saw 8. It's like huge 8, but it was not a number 8. It was something that is like there's some circle like together in someone else's windows. Like, he was staying at a hotel and then there were a building across his building, and then he saw like the sign of 8, and I was like, whoa, that's fucking crazy. And the story keeps going. So the second element, the second sign that you might come across, which is actually one of the biggest signs that you can actually gain to really convince or to know that the dragon is with you and trying to help you out, is that the wind. The dragon is like comes with the wind, right? And then you can kind of like imagine that, yeah, sure, like dragon is like flying out there, and there's all thunder and like this strong wind. And yes, if you experience the wind, like all of a sudden it's like wind, it's like you're like, whoa, not the today is windy, but you want to experience it like, whoa, what the fuck is that wind? That is a sign. And my friend, when he opened the window and then he went out the balcony, and then he was actually in the balcony when he listened to my voice message. He was reading a book or chilling in the balcony of his hotel, And then he literally just like listened to my voice message number 8, and then, whoa, that was number 8. And then that was so fucking windy, I couldn't hear most of his voice message because it's so fucking windy. And I was like, yo, you've had 2 signs in the moment that you're listening my message. So which means it's exactly the sign that I'm talking about, right? Like he just came, he delivered a message, he received a message as you're receiving a message from me through this video. But in his case, he was just receiving a message with my voice message. And then he saw 2 signs at the same time, which means it's legit, you know. And then for me, I experienced that wind. It was crazy because if you're following me for a long time and if you're watching me this like everyday YouTube thing, I was just shooting this perhaps like before Christmas, like 20th December or something like that. But it was just a daily vlog. I didn't know what to talk about. I talk about the fridge, which is a different news. It's a different story. Anyway, as I sat on the couch and, you know, I wanted to kind of like make sure it was a windy day. Yes, sure. It was a windy day. And then I wanted to, you know, open a window and kind of like circulate the air in the house. So I opened a window and I sat. And then I already filming, right? And then I sat on a couch and I started talking about a different topic. Perhaps it was the expectation. And then I remembered, oh, right. Because I didn't know that time that there was a year of dragon next year. I was completely forgot. So like I had zero intention to seek any signs of dragon, right? But I came across with this guy on Instagram that was talking about the dragon. So I was like, cool, that's interesting. And that was the first time, by the way, for me. And I was like, I didn't pay attention much. I was just like, oh, cool, dragon. Yeah. And I didn't know the next year was Year of Dragon yet. But then I sat on the couch and then all of a sudden, oh, by the way, it was very interesting because I experienced this like few signs in the dragons and, you know, it's interesting, but we believe in dragon and, you know, it's crazy that I start to see these signs and I start talking about dragon, literally. And then all of a sudden, a wind came into my house with a huge sound. And it was like, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck is that? And it's in the video, by the way, if you wanna have a look, you can have a look. It's a daily vlog that me just sitting on the couch and doing like this, probably the thumbnail like that. And then, now I'm interested in, right? So like that was probably a 3rd sign or something. There was a 2nd sign that I don't remember. There was a 2nd sign that I forgot. Anyway, so that was wind. And another sign is a cloud. So this sign of the cloud is also, so apparently dragon comes showing up as a cloud. And if you think about it, the clouds change its form on every second, right? Because it's made of water and then there's a wind. So the clouds is changing constantly. If you look at the film, like footage of clouds in a time lapse, it's just like, it's constantly changing its form. So when you look at the clouds without like trying to seek anything, you're just like, it's like, look up the sky and then like, saw some like dragon-ish clouds. And that means that it's coming to show you that they're here. And which is a great sign for you to actually pay attention to, and it's a great sign for you to actually acknowledge that, oh, dragon is here. And I've seen, wow, like you can literally see these face of dragons or like the shape of the dragon. No, I'm not kidding. Like I've seen so many like faces like, yo, that must be it. Like not trying to, yeah, it could be dragon, but I don't know, that looks like a dragon, that looks like a Shenlong. If you've seen these, this is also a great sign for you to know that there's a dragon, okay? Some of you guys still watching and then perhaps are thinking like, oh, this shit is wishy-washy. It's like Harry Potter type of thing, Dragon Ball Z, okay, whatever. But for you, if you don't believe it, you're right. You're right. Like dragon doesn't exist and it's wishy-washy. It's Harry Potter shit. But if you do believe it, you're also right. This is what the Herring 4 said. Whether you believe that you can or whether you believe that you can't, either way is true. Either way, you're right. So if you want to, you know, get protection and get this clarity and you want to get the help from the dragon to manifest and to attract the beautiful things and to have a spiritual growth and a spiritual awakening, then of course you have to believe it. I think it applies to everything, right? Like your limiting beliefs is sabotaging you in anything that you do, everything that you come across, and everything that you touch, everything that you see, everything that you hear. What you believe essentially is going to be the gateway, that whether you allow that to help you out, whether you allow that to, or perhaps whether you allow that to sabotage you. If you convince yourself and if you believe that you are absolutely depressed and then you have zero future, then that's what you get. But if you don't believe that, and then instead if you believe that I am positive as fuck and like my life is just insanely good, that's what you get. And of course, if you're in that situation and if you are in that condition, it's a little bit difficult. That's why we have to practice, right? The practice exists so that you can master a craft. Of course, you cannot master anything without the practicing, and then practicing for enough times that allows you to become good at it, right? So whatever you believe, it's up to you, and I have no problem with that. But I just hope that you receive. I just genuinely hope that you receive the blessing of the dragon. All right. So how we can actually implement and how we can actually receive the blessing. So the first thing is that you have to believe it. As I said, you have to believe it. There's a dragon. And look, I think it's so interesting that some people don't believe in God, some people don't believe in dragon, and some people don't believe in this like different dimension and spirit and ghost. I think it's just so funny to me. Because why would we exist and then everything else doesn't? So I have this theory since I was a kid that, okay, cool, like if I exist and then if this human being exists, then why would alien doesn't? Like I think it's just arrogant of the human nature that we are the center of the universe, right? The dogs and cats and other animals are not, because we are the center of the universe. So that's a human ego. So that's why I want you guys to just step back and believe there's a dragon. Perhaps we're not going to meet with the dragons because we cannot see it. And apparently I've heard that from a friend of mine who can see the spirit and ghost and energy and aura and everything. Some people are very, gifted in a way, psychics. They said that they're in a different dimension that our perception doesn't allow us to actually experience it through our five senses. So I was like, oh, makes sense. So we just cannot see it, but the energy is there, okay? And the second way that you can you can actually receive the blessing from dragon is pray. So some of you guys pray for God, whether it's Allah or whether Jesus or whether other different gods. But you want to just utilize this prayer, meditation, or just take time, genuinely go to the shrines, go to some like mosques or go to some like places that you pray, or you just like kind of like unite and like namaste. You want to make sure that you ask for guidance and then appreciate the protection. And it doesn't have to be like 1 hour prayer. It just created this like a bit of time to pray and time to connect. And that's a very simple thing, but it's very effective because you are opening up and you are allowing the dragon to help you out, because otherwise it cannot help you. Because in everything, nobody can help you if you're not open or if you're not allow them to, right? I'm a coach and I have been working with hundreds of people, and I'm not gonna lie, there are people who made insane transformation. I'm like, whoa, like I didn't make that transformation myself, but you did type of transformation, because they did all the work that I've navigated and I'm trying to help. They are the one who put so much effort and time and energy into it, but people who went through the same program, same coaching, same thing, who didn't put the energy and effort as much as they didn't get the same result. And it's obvious. The way they took my program and my coaching and everything so dead seriously, even though they started with a little bit skeptical and shit like that, but they're like fucking serious, dead serious. They took every step of the way serious, like as they can be, and then the transformation was insane. In life, you're the one who can open up the door for the help or support, whether it's a God or whether it's other people, right? Like some people are trying to help you, some people give you advice, but you're like, fuck that shit, I don't like that, I don't want to do it. Cool, right? You close the door from the greatest advice that you can ever receive. It's happening all the time in your life. It's happening all the time. So if you want to prioritize your ego, if you want to prioritize that fear and insecurity that you want to protect, then you stay exactly where you are. But if you open up to the help and the support and be willing to learn and be willing to do the work, then you will destined to transform your life and yourself. So we just said, open up, pray, and then allow them to help you out and then appreciate it. And the last thing that I want to really dig deep in is appreciation. And as I said, you believe it, first step, you believe it, like truly believe it, and pray, ask for help and ask for guidance and appreciate it. But the third is really deep appreciation, not only the dragon, but your life and people around you. So you start, it's a great time. If you're watching this beginning of the 2024, then it's very, very good timing for you to actually start sending text and voice messages, or perhaps write a letter to people that you really appreciate. Okay, just tell them like Happy New Year, right? And I want you to take time. It's not a weird thing that, hey, like actually I want you to take time and acknowledge how much you mean to me, or like how much I appreciate you. Right, 2023, you did this, did that, and you inspired me, and XYZ, thank you so much. With that short, genuine text or voice message, how much they can feel that positive energy and the blessings. All right, so appreciate people and things around you. Clean your house. Okay, now it's the beginning of 2024. Perhaps you did already, the end of the 2023, but if you haven't, clean your house and appreciate. Okay. This is off the topic, but especially wealth and money and abundance, my friend told me that it's the best thing you can do is to clean your toilet. A lot of people perhaps don't want to clean the toilet because it's dirty, but it's because it's dirty, because it's your shit, right? So like clean that, clean the bathroom, clean the floor, clean the things, just, and then express your gratitude. You can express your gratitude without saying things, but actually cleaning it, actually maintaining it, actually taking care of it. So appreciate the people around you, express your love in some region. Like for example, I'm Japanese as well. I've lived in different countries and I'm international, but there are a lot of things that I have to consciously do, in terms of like expressing love and stuff like that. So do that, appreciate each individual that you come across. You don't have to send a message, but even the ones that you don't like, okay? Because your ego is saying that, hey, I hate that motherfucker. But if you actually put your ego aside and, hey, like I've learned the lesson, thank you so much. Like you could just say in here, you don't have to send a text to the people that you don't like, but rather than hating them, just put your ego aside and, hey, I really appreciate it because it wasn't that pleasant in that when I was experiencing, or I didn't necessarily connect with you, but I do learn the lesson and I want to protect myself and I prioritize myself, and that was a great reminder. Thank you so much for the experience. Like you can genuinely wish them success, right? And if you do that, you will also connect and align with the dragon. Of course, God wants to help you if you're genuine and if you're willing to give, right? So do that and follow these steps, especially the ones who have passion and a purpose, wants to manifest in abundance and want to change life and want to transform your life. With this said, thank you so much for watching, and I am going to be a little bit off the next couple of days from YouTube because I've got TED Talk coming up and I have to memorize and all that kind of things. So I hope you understand that. But I wish you the very best in 2024, and then I'm going to keep posting YouTube and I'm going to crash it. I'm about to hit 200,000 followers, subscribers, and I'm going to hit 1 million subscribers in 2024. Let's crash it. Let's get it, guys. Love you. All right. I'll see you very, very soon. Ciao. Live your life like a movie.